Hey guys, Ash here coming at you today with more bowling content. I can't help it, guys. I just love the troops so much, and it's such a prevalent force in the current Clash of Clans zeitgeist that I can't help but to pay attention to it and not ignore the fact of how powerful bowlers are. Today's episode is going to focus just on level 1 and 2 bowlers. It's going to be 2 Town Hall 10 3-stars using Queen Walk into Mass Bowler, and then 1 3-star that you're not going to want to miss against a Town Hall 11 with level 1 bowlers against the anti-3-star base. So we're starting out here with Ring's attack against this anti-3-star design. We're going to go over some of the strategy keys on this strategy throughout this episode. So first we're going to start with the anti-3, then we'll move on to a trophy base. So against this base here, obviously starting with a Queen Walk. Now you have 3 rage spells on this attack, 1 heal spell and 1 jump spell. So that really affords you the luxury of using a rage spell if you have to in the beginning of the Queen's Walk. But of course, ideally, you'd like to keep her safe enough where you can use those rages a little bit later on the raid. Now, understanding bowler AI and funneling is very tough. Bowler AI is crazy, and funneling, they tend to get really easily off track, so it's absolutely pivotal that you establish a really obvious, nice funnel into the core of the base. Now, spell selection and timing is also very critical, either in Town Hall 8, 9, 10, or 11 using bowlers in the Clan Castle in 8 and 9. So let's talk about the spells real quickly here. So first of all, why the heal spell? You can see that Ring used 2 rage spells really early on in this attack on the bowlers, and then he also used a heal spell as soon as the bowlers started engaging the first Inferno Tower. That's because once they target that Inferno Tower, they're going to take it down within a matter of 3 to 4 seconds, and then that heal spell will actually linger, 6-second duration or so. That heal spell lingering will heal them back up to full health in time to fight that second Inferno Tower. Now, when to use a bowler walk versus a Queen Walk? Well, in my opinion, it's really all about spells, right? So bowler walk does have its advantages and its disadvantages, and in my mind, the disadvantages slightly outweigh the advantages. In a perfect scenario, in the perfect world, I'd prefer to use a Queen Walk as opposed to a bowler walk because it's much easier to predict the Queen's AI on a walk. However, 2 reasons you might want to use a bowler walk instead of a Queen Walk is 1, if you need 2 jump spells to access the entire base, if you can't use wall breakers for whatever reason, or it's a really tough area that you're entering the base from, and number 2, if your queen is too low level to successfully walk against a really solid base. So if my queen was, say, level 10 to 15, I might start with a bowler walk as opposed to the Queen Walk, and obviously I'm not mentioning the obvious here. With the bowlers, the one benefit, and again there are a lot of disincentives too, but one benefit is that the bowlers actually get 2 layers into the base without using wall breakers. So anyway, on to this replay here. It's against a very popular base design. One of the reasons I'm bringing it to you guys today is because it's just so popular as far as this base has been around forever, and if you see it, you'll now have a good strategy. So a couple points here. Number 1 is why start out from the north and not the south, and the reason I mention that is because the popular Town Hall 11 variation of this base, you always want to start out in the south, and the reason being is because the south is so defensively light and the north is so defensively dense that your queen can actually take out almost the whole southern portion of this base on her own. But when you're using a mass bowler raid like this, you can actually start out from the north, especially when there's no Eagle artillery that's usually positioned towards the south where that expo is. But you can go ahead and start from the north, use a rage spell on your queen, and again, if your queen is low level, you can go ahead and use bowlers instead, and they'll clear out the northwest section of that top compartment, and then it creates a nice easy funnel for your bowlers to come through and basically steamroll that core of the base with both of the Inferno Towers. Now you do want to use, Redwood does not use a heal spell here, but I would actually still use a heal spell, especially if one of the Infernos is set to single target. That way you can heal after the multi-target is down. All your bowlers would be alive, and he might not be down to just the queen at the end here. But as I said in the beginning, the queen at the end is not a big deal against this base because the bottom is so defensively light. Now I did want to touch on, before we get to this awesome replay here, I did want to touch on the fact that he spread out his bowlers when he engaged that last base on the attack, and the reason I wanted to bring that up is because bowlers have a great ability, even though they're so unpredictable AI-wise. If you spread them out before you drop a jump spell and then you drop a jump spell, you'll see that the bowlers actually all clump back up, doing exactly what you want them to do after that jump spell is placed. So spreading out the bowlers bowlers actually creates a funnel for the bowlers later on. So it's a great way to deploy your bowlers if you're confident they're going to funnel into the core of the base or go where you want them to. So now we're on to this Town Hall 11 attack, and huge shout out to Armageddon PL for allowing me to grab this replay. A great clan over there, number 1, I believe, Dutch clan in the game. I believe that's correct. And anyway, what I really wanted to focus on this raid is obviously the bowlers. They're only level 1. I can't believe they 3-starred a totally maxed out basic, except for the cannon levels. And it was with level 1 bowlers. It just goes to show how powerful bowlers are in the game right now. And it's funny, you know, in the comments in the recent videos, a few people have pointed out that I was the only one using bowlers in my sneak peek videos. And, you know, I don't want to say I'm some sort of soothsayer or anything, but I did see the new viability of bowlers coming, and they're just crazy. The bowlers, the mass bowler strategy has absolutely taken off, and it's so much fun. I, for one, don't want Supercell to nerf them. I know quite a few of you might disagree, but, you know, it feels like for once there's 2 very powerful troops in the game, Valkyries and bowlers, and I'm happy with that, honestly. So I actually like bowlers actually being viable in the game right now, even though there is a little bit of a spammy element to them, but it's always been like that. The game's always had one troop that kind of rises above the rest. Right now, it's bowlers. You know, 2 years ago, it was Go Wipe. It was P.E.K.K.A.s and Golems being overpowered. So you never know what you're going to get. You just got to have fun where you are at the moment in the game. So guys, thank you so much for watching. It's been a pleasure bringing all these raids to you. Maybe I'll take a break from bowlers tomorrow. But guys, either way, I really appreciate your continued support. It means a lot to me. So thank you so much. And as always, take care, guys.
We don't play for fame, we don't play for cash. We just play for the